What's up, folks? We are back here tonight to do another Superstars video. And tonight we are going to do the Big Red Machine, Kane. Normally I do guys that are underused, but tonight I'm going to go into a guy that's did it all in the business, everywhere he's went. As using the Kane character. If y'all remember Glenn Jacobs from the beginning, he was a fake dentist. And was also the fake Diesel. But then he became the Kane character. And he has really did a good job with the Kane character throughout the years. He's one of those guys that's through thick and thin. He's been with the WWE. If you remember, his debut was at the first ever Hell in a Cell between Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, and that's when Kane debuted with Paul Bearer. Kane's been WWE Champion, World Champion, ECW Champion, Tag Champion, Intercontinental Champion. I think the only belt that he has not held is the United States Championship. But other than that, we're not going to talk about the belts that Kane's held because we could be here all night. What I really want to get into and what I really want to talk about is Kane has to be one of the most underrated big men in this business of all time. Throughout the years, he's took his bumps when he's had his injuries, but he's had some killer feuds, man. He's had some killer matches. I think he's very underrated for his size. I think he can move, he can wrestle, he can talk. I love his evil storylines that he would do. Like when he thought he killed the angle with him and the Undertaker, when the Undertaker was the American Badass. And we thought Undertaker was dead, but whatever. And then Undertaker comes back as his old self at WrestleMania 20. That was awesome. Man, he's had so many. I liked his feud with Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. He's had feuds with Mick Foley. I liked when he used to stick the thing up to his neck when he had to talk. That was killer. I loved when he was in DX for a little bit. That was hilarious. You got a masked dead man saying "suck it." That's pretty fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, Kane's been a mainstay in the WWE for years and years and years. He's highly underrated. He's held every title that there is to hold that matters. He's WWE Hall of Fame. He's battling some injuries right now, but he will be back at SummerSlam to fight somebody out of the Wyatt family. It just seems to me that Kane never gets old, He just never gets old. He can still go. He can still talk. I remember when the NWO came to the WWE, and they had the segment where he's mocking Hulk Hogan and them. That shit's hilarious. Just great shit. There's so many great memories of Kane. Inside and outside the ring. Him teaming with RVD. Then we all remember the Monday Night Raw where he finally took his mask off, which I thought he should have always left it on, because that kind of killed the character a little bit. And then he wrestled for years without it. Big Kane can move for a big man. I've always been a big fan of Kane and his work. And he's one of the guys. What's cool about Kane is Kane's one of the guys that busted his ass to get in the position that he's in, and he'll never forget it. He'll never forget it. I remember the Inferno match. That was killer. It's the first time I had ever seen that kind of style of match. If you don't know what an Inferno match is, it's where they light the outside of the ring on fire, and the guys wrestle inside, and it's like 160 degrees. That was killer. Of course, his feuds with Triple H. I mean, he's had feuds with everybody. But you just gotta really, really respect Kane. I mean, if you look at his overall stature, he is very, very, very underrated. He's very underrated as a big man. If you talk about most big men in this business that you talk about are already legends. But for some God's reason, Kane never gets mentioned, and I don't understand it. I just don't understand. I mean, Kane's did everything in this business. He's held every title in this business. He can work with anybody. And his current shit here recently with Daniel Bryan as Team Hell No. I know they're not together anymore, but when they were, man, that you gotta admit that was some funny shit. When they had to go to anger management and them arguing over who was gonna make the tag and who was gonna do the pin. That shit was classic. I would like to see the Brothers of Destruction come back one more time. I think that would be cool, but we know the Undertaker's in bad shape, so that'll probably never happen. You know, Kane's kind of one of those guys that every once in a while they'll put the world title on him. But he's a guy that loves to teach and loves to put other guys over. And, you know, you got to respect that in a guy like Kane. He don't have to do that, you know. He could be a big head and be like, nah, I'm more champion material. You're going to use me like this or don't use me at all. But he's never been like that. But you really got to respect Kane's work. Kane is, like I said, he will be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I couldn't do this video without mentioning the Kane and Pete Rose feud, which I thought was fucking hilarious. You know, Pete Rose always tried to attack him. Kane always got him in the end. Kane was one of Paul Bearer's boys. You know, Kane's just awesome. You know, there's just not enough words. The only word I can really use for Kane is underrated. He's an underrated big man. He always has been. And why that is, I don't understand. But when the WWE wants a creepy angle, or they know to go get a creepy angle or like evil angle, they'll always use Kane. Here lately, they've been making Kane look silly, but I got a feeling when he comes back to fight the Wyatt family, he'll go back to his old self. I mean, you go to Royal Rumbles, I don't think anybody's eliminated. The sad thing about it is he's never won a Royal Rumble, but he's eliminated more superstars in the Royal Rumbles than anybody. I don't know how many Royal Rumbles in a row he's been in, but I think it's like a record or something. You know, I really like seeing Kane work with Orton a couple years ago at WrestleMania. Thought that was cool. But, you know, Kane's definitely underrated, but he's definitely appreciated in my eyes, and I think by most wrestling fans. And I think when Kane does decide to hang it up, he will be missed. His character will be missed. His work ethic will be missed. His teaching to the younger fellows will be missed. But I remember when Kane won the WWE title, he had it for like a night. That was fucked up. He beat Steve Austin. And if you remember, that is when they were getting ready to present him the belt in the ring, and Steve Austin come out on the Zamboni, I think is what it's called. I'm not real good with vehicle names. And Austin jumped off the top, and they had the battle. He was world champion just a few years ago, Survivor Series. I think it was 2010. But I mean, he was just tag champ. He won the ECW championship belt in like 10 seconds, beating Chavo Guerrero. But my last words on Kane are, like I said, he's definitely underrated, but always appreciated. And I hope Kane has some few more years left, because I ain't ready to see him go yet. And just look around and think about it, man. Look at all the big men in this business. Kane, definitely underrated wrestler. But that's all I'm going to speak on Kane tonight. For all you Kane fans, this is for you. Like I always say, get your money and pay your bills. Peace.